This video tutorial is going to demonstrate how to make a few design edits to the pre-quiz page. So I am using the easy single question outcome mapping template. I'm going to start here at the pre-quiz page. I'm going to click edit so that we move into the builder. So I'll just start here at the top with a few of the common changes or edits that you'll make on the pre-quiz page. I'm going to start with the logo. All you need to do to change out the logo is double click, and now you'll have the option to upload an image from the library of images that you've used already for all of your bucket funnels. If your logo does not exist there, you just click here to upload it from your desktop. I already have my logo in my account, so I'm going to click and hit confirm. You can see my logo is up here. It's a little bigger than I want, so I'm just going to click on this, grab these handles, and I'm going to shrink it down to the size that I want. I'm pretty happy with that. Now moving on, this color bar at the top in the header. Again, I'm going to make sure that this whole row is selected. Now I'm going to head over to properties right here, click these tools, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to look for the section where I can change out this color. So it'll either be listed here as a background color or it'll be listed as a layer. So it looks like this particular graphic was added as a background image. So this purple bar was created in another tool, and then we just simply added it in just as we would an image. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to X this out to delete that purple graphic that was there. So you do have the option here, you could add another background image if you wanted, but I do want to stick to that kind of color block look, and if I don't have a graphic already created, I'm just going to go down here to background color. Couple options here, you can paste in your hex code right here if you already have it. If not, no big deal, you just click on this gray box, and now you're going to have the color selector. So there's all kinds of different colors you can choose from here. Just slide this up and down. I'll go ahead and just stick with a gray color. It's a little darker than I wanted, so I'll go a little lighter. You can even add transparency to this color bar. So this is your transparency slider down here. So I'm just going to grab onto this and slide it over. I'm going to make it a little more transparent. Same thing would go for this yellow section. Up here, you just want to highlight this whole row. This is just background color, so you can see here that the background color changed to this marigold color. I'm just going to go ahead and do another gray, and I think I'm happy with that. We'll go ahead and change this button color as well. Again, I'm just highlighting it. You can see that the background color turned to purple. That's exactly what I thought. And then I'll just go ahead and change this to another shade of gray. So then we'll have the countdown timer. You'll likely have to change this. So again, you just want to make sure you click up in the header. You can see the countdown label on the container. So you're just going to make sure that that's highlighted. I'm already in properties, so I'm going to scroll up to the top. And here you can see where you edit the countdown timer. So you have a couple different options here. You can set it for days, hours, or minutes. And you can see it's updating in real time as I'm ticking down to 10 minutes. Here is your text that you want it to display once the ticker has gone all the way down to 0. So you can make that whatever you want. You can also set up a redirect link so that there is a place for them to go to after the timer has ticked down. So you can just click redirect page, and then you would put a link in there. And of course, that link is going to be whatever makes sense for your offer. If you're trying to get them to schedule something, maybe you'd send them to your calendar scheduling link, maybe a sales page, a webinar registration, anything like that will work there. All of this changes are saving every few seconds when we're working. So there's no save button to select there. Now moving down through the rest of the page, same thing for this. I'm going to click this purple box as if I want to edit this. I'm still in properties. I'm going to scroll down. And this is the same situation as the purple graphic in the header. So you would think that this would be a background color, but you can tell here that it's not. So I'm just going to edit this by deleting it. Again, you can either add another image there, a graphic if you have something that you want to put there. But if you want to stick to that color block look, I'm going to click this gray box, have your color selector again, just kind of stuck on the concept of gray. I'm going to click that. And then if I want to add some transparency, I'm just going to use this slider and add some transparency there. Now the text blocks. Text blocks are very easy to edit. You're just going to double click. You can see your editor pops up here. I'm going to highlight this. And then you just add in your new text. If you need to make any specific changes, just highlight it. You can make it bold, underline, you can center it if you want. You can pick the size, and then you can also change the font style as well. So a lot of different options there. And you would just treat each text box the same. Click through, highlight the text, make the edits that you need. I've already demonstrated how to change a button, so I'll leave that. It's the very same steps. Say that there's a section that you want to delete completely. You'll go ahead and just click this row, make sure the whole thing is highlighted. And then you're going to head over here and you can see this trash can. Now I do want to warn you, if you delete something in this manner, the whole section will disappear. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. I'm just deleting that and it's gone. If you don't like the way that looks and you want to bring it back, you're able to do so. We have this undo button over here. This is undo and this is redo. So I'm going to undo what I just did and it brings it back. So you do always have that option if you delete something that you didn't intend to do, but just note that if you clear out the whole template, all of the formatting that's on this page, the undo button is not going to bring all of those elements back. So it's only for small different sections such as this. So moving on to the social proof section. Again, if you don't have anything to add here, no big deal. You just highlight this whole section, find the trash can and delete it. Say maybe you only need 4 spaces to upload and to change out these images to put your own social proof. You just highlight the one, click the trash can, and it removes it. And then you can see the spacing is automatically updated for 4 graphics instead of 5. And then if you needed to change it, you would just double click, grab the image from your library, hit save. Chances are you will need to size it down. I'll show you what that looks like with my bucket logo. I'm going to hit confirm, and that's far too large. So I'm just clicking on that to find these handles, and I'm just going to resize it down. And you can see that all of the graphics are adjusting to the size of this one. And there it is. So now moving on, if I want to change out this image, again, I'm just going to double click. All of my images show up. I've already grabbed an image from Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S is a site that I like to use for free stock images. They're very good quality. They're styled really well. And then I also just made sure that the sizing was correct. We have many resources available for you to ensure that you're uploading the correct image size with each one. So I'm just going to click on that and hit confirm. And you can see the image fits nicely there. Now, if I wanted to change the color of this purple text, again, I just highlighted the section. I'm still in properties, so I'm going to look for font properties, which you can see over here. So there's really 2 ways you can edit the font. You can double click so that the editor pops up here, just like that. But if you want to kind of get into the specifics, there's also options over here to the left. So you can change the font size, the font family, you can change the font weight, the letter spacing, all of that, and you can also change the color right down here. I'll go ahead and just stick with black for this. And then scrolling on through, this is all very similar to what I showed you up top, just double clicking in these text boxes, editing your text, or clicking on a section and just deleting it if you need. This is a graphic that was created, so if you have an image there to swap it out with, perfect. And again, just customize all of this the way that you see fit. The last thing I'll touch on is updating the footer links. So this is the question that comes up often. You just want to make sure you're hovered over the link section. I'm still in properties, which is important. I'm going to scroll up here to the top, and then in the title, I'm just going to write about us. This is where I would insert the link to my about us section. So if that's on my website, on my blog, whatever link you're going to put there, just make sure that that's updated. And then this drop down will let you pick if you want it to populate in this window or populate in a new window. And if there's any of these sections you don't need, you just simply hit delete. And please note that as you're making these changes, you can always preview them by selecting this button to see exactly what they're going to look like. And that is how you make your design edits and customizations to a pre-quiz page.